Hello, my sunshine, and welcome to a new episode of the Hot Girl Morning Podcast. I am so excited to have you here, and I'm so excited that I finally get to say these words again, because as you may or may not have noticed, I haven't been uploading in like a month, I think. And in today's episode, I want to give you a little bit of a life update to tell you what has been going on in my life, but I also want to talk about the topic of celebrating your wins. If they're small or big, it doesn't matter, but we want to celebrate our wins. Before we get started with all of that, I want to do our tradition. If you have been here for a while, you probably already know this book that I sometimes just pick a random page and I tell you basically what is in there, and it's a sign for your day. So, as always, we have here the book Living with Joy, Keys to Personal Power and Spiritual Transformation from Zenaya Roman. I actually also have the video format of this podcast, so you can actually see the book in my hands. So let me just open up a random page for you today. Okay, well, this first page doesn't have a quote or affirmation, so I'm just going to pick a second one. Okay, what do we have on here? Whatever you pay attention to is what you create. And then there's a second quote. The images you send out about yourself into the world determine how other people see you. Ooh, I think these are two very good quotes. I'm going to just refer a little bit more to the first one. Whatever you pay attention to is what you create. And I think that is so true. It's like, what energy do you nurture and what energy do you give attention to? And that is the energy that grows. And if I'm being honest, in the past couple of weeks, I haven't been nurturing maybe my most positive energy. So I would just jump a little bit into my life update that then also correlates with the topic that we're talking about today. But for the past couple of weeks, I have been sick. And I had some kind of virus that wouldn't leave me alone. This is not something that I'm used to. Like, normally I get my cold, I get over it, and I'm good. But basically, spring and April is my favorite month of like almost the whole year. And normally I enjoy it so much, and I had so many exciting plans, but kind of my health got a little bit in the way. In the beginning of April, I got some kind of a virus, and I thought, okay, I would just get over it. I'd still recorded an episode for you back then, the day before I went to Malta. Then I was in Malta for a week to go like on a workation. I was there, like, I never got fit. I was always like a little bit sick, but I still enjoyed my time. And I got back home and it got worse. And basically, since then, I have been like on the couch in bed for like 2 or 3 weeks. And my body literally felt so weak. I can't just, like, this feeling, it felt like I was a dead potato or like an overcooked potato. Like, that is the feeling. Like, when I was laying down, the weight of my body just felt so, I don't know. Like, whenever I would just do something like for 10 minutes, just clean something up or cook something, I would be so exhausted. And yeah, turned out I had some kind of virus, and you can imagine this, like, it wasn't COVID, but you can imagine this being something like long COVID. And for some people, it just takes a couple of days to recover, and for some people, a couple of weeks, and for other people, like maybe some months. So that was what was going on. And being sick for so long isn't also the best thing for your mental health, I guess, because at some point, I just got so exhausted from being exhausted all the time. And honestly, I was struggling to like keep my mind in a happy place, because I was just like, I want to have energy again. I love spring. I want to do things. And this is not what I have imagined. So yeah, I may have been paying attention to not the most positive thoughts at all times. And coming back to the quote that I just read to you from the book, I think that is the thing, like what we focus on. And I think for some time while being sick, I was fighting this feeling of being sick, because I was just like, I am not supposed to lay on the couch right now. I'm supposed to work. I'm supposed to do all those things. And the more I was fighting being sick, the more exhausting it was, and the more the more rest my body needed. But it was actually about learning also to accept that what it is right now, and that I can let go of this pressure that I put on myself, and maybe this is what I need right now. Maybe here are some lessons for me that I have to learn. And in those times where you don't feel your best, it's so hard to keep believing on just everything happens for a reason and there's a lesson and acceptance and all that. But I have learned a lot, and I am happy that I gave my body the time it needed. And now I feel so much better. And while I was not doing well, I also had a panic attack in between, which was also not that nice because my throat hurt so much that I didn't get, I couldn't breathe normally. And then I got a panic attack, which is something that I have never had before. So that was also not the most beautiful part. But now let's get to more beautiful things that happened during the time that I was sick for the whole month of April and beginning of May. So what was happening there for me is that, in April, it's my birthday. So I have turned 25, which is exciting. I was, of course, hoping to be fit by my birthday and do more than just rest. But I got to spend the day with my boyfriend, and we had a really beautiful time. So it was my birthday. And something else that also happened, which is so exciting, is we have hit 10,000 followers here on Spotify. Actually, by the time I'm recording this, we have hit now 11,000 followers. And I think I can wrap my mind around this number and the fact that so many of you are finding me and are enjoying this podcast, which makes me just so grateful. And as I was today doing some work, getting some things done, I thought about, okay, what could be something to talk to you about? Because I don't know, so many things are happening, and often it's so easy to overlook all the wins that you're having on the way. And honestly, I didn't ever give myself the space to really celebrate this win, for me, but also with you together, but also these other little tiny wins, and that my body overcame this virus, and that I get to feel healthy again, and that I get to go outside and do yoga again and do all these things. So today I want to dedicate this episode as a reminder for you to celebrate your wins. As you're listening to my voice right now, I want you to literally think about this week or these past couple of days, or just your day to day, and think about what were some wins that happened these days. And with wins, I don't always mean the big things of hitting the big numbers and having your birthday and all these things, but sometimes you have a really hard time and you're maybe struggling to only get out of bed. So getting out of bed could already be a win. Maybe you have noticed some emotion in your body and you allowed yourself to feel it, and this could be also your win. Maybe you have gotten a spark of inspiration today, or a spark of motivation, and you decided to meditate that you actually haven't been doing in a while. So I want you to think right now in your life, what are some things that you could celebrate right now? And while we're doing this, we're going to do a little visualization exercise, because you know that I love them so much. So in this moment, if you're not driving a car, please, if you're driving a car, keep your eyes open. But if you're not driving a car and it is safe for you, I want you to take a deep breath right now. In and out. Another deep breath in and out. Now you can slowly close your eyes. And I want you to get really present in this moment, right here, right now. Know that you're safe, you're loved, you're protected. You are a light for everyone around you. You are allowed to be happy. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to have all these emotions. But right now, right here, I want you to focus on celebrating you. Celebrating all the challenges that you have overcome in these past years. Celebrating that you're still here, that you're fighting, that you're taking step by step. That you're learning to show more kindness and love towards yourself. Let's breathe in this feeling of gratitude. Let's breathe in this feeling of presence. Imagine that there is this beautiful spark in your heart right now. There is this warm, beautiful feeling that you have around your heart that is so full of love, full of kindness, full of support. And you know that you're protected and that you're okay. No matter what will happen, you're never alone. And I want you to feel this feeling of gratitude deep in your heart about the person that you're becoming and about all the beautiful things that you get to create on this earth. I want you to celebrate yourself right now for all the wins of today, of yesterday, this past week, this past month, this past year. Sometimes it may be easier to see the wins. Sometimes it may be harder, but we will not judge how hard it is to find our wins or how easy it is. We will just accept and be here right now. So take another deep breath and truly feel this feeling of gratitude in your heart. Breathe in and out. Give yourself a big hug. Really feel yourself. Feel the fact that you are here for yourself. No matter what happens, you are here. You're protecting yourself. You're so full of love. And in every situation, you can access this feeling of love. You're allowed to feel this feeling of love, okay? Okay. Now welcome back. You can open your eyes. And I hope that this little visualization brought you the feeling of gratitude and the feeling of you celebrating yourself. And instead of not only thinking about the wins that you had in today, yesterday, whenever, let's also think about ways how you can enjoy them, how you can practice celebrating this win. What is something that you could do today for yourself to celebrate this win? What is something that would spark your joy? Is it maybe cooking your favorite meal or baking a cake, making beautiful art, playing music, getting outside, listening to your favorite podcast? Or what could it be? Really think about things. What would make you happy right now? How could you celebrate what you have achieved? How could you celebrate being alive, being on this earth, and taking the steps towards your dreams? And I dare you, I challenge you to celebrate today this win. You can celebrate it in a small way, you can celebrate it in a big way. And I would love to know how you're celebrating. So right below on Spotify, you can answer a question and you can just let me know and let all of us know how you will celebrate this win today or tomorrow or in the future and what you're planning to do. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, you can also comment down below. Okay, so now we have the clarity over what we can celebrate. We know how to celebrate, so it's time to celebrate. And I will not take any more of your time to celebrate. Well, a tiny bit, because we need to celebrate the 11K that we have hit, because I wouldn't be where I am without your support. And honestly, I don't know what exactly I want to do as a special giveaway for my well, now 11K that we have hit, I was thinking of different things. Either I would do like a free coaching for one of you, or we could do a workshop all together and kind of get to know each other, kind of get inspired by each other. I think that is something that I would feel so excited about. So feel free to let me know, like, if any of this, either one-on-one coaching or workshop, would sound interesting to you. Message me over on Instagram at greta.webhofer, greta.webhofer, and you can just let me know if you're interested in either of that. And probably I will either in my next podcast episode tell you also about this giveaway, or I will just talk all about it on Instagram. So if you want to access the giveaway, hear anything about the giveaway, you have to head over to Instagram. But yeah, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your support. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.